Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Sauce, and I'm trying to do a little something different for this one. I'm pretty much gonna go over improving in the game and stuff, and I'm gonna talk about what I'm trying to learn as the clip is playing, what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing right, and pretty much the outcome, which will be apparent because it'll be on screen. But I'm just gonna explain it and show what actual progress looks like. It's not linear. It's ugly. So in this first clip, what I'm trying to practice is all spawn fighting and fighting when I'm uncomfortable. Meaning I don't got no shield, I don't have a shotgun, and I barely have any mess. It's off spawn. But I'm trying to get comfortable being uncomfortable so my aim and my builds and everything can be more consistent. I just want to say this is part one of a series, and at this point my controller is not broken yet, meaning stick drift and stuff like that, but hopefully you can see the progress throughout the clips. Okay, so in this clip, I'm still practicing off spawn fighting and being comfortable being uncomfortable, as well as awareness. So I know I don't have a lot of mass, and typically in this situation I die. I go try to build when I don't have builds, or I go try to box fight, which I do out of instinct in this fight, as you'll see. But when I run out of build, instead of sitting there trying to build like I normally do, I'm practicing awareness. I remember I can't build. I keep telling myself that, so I keep my gun out and try to track them. I play around my old builds because I don't have builds, but I still have these builds. And the result of me keeping my gun out tracking the opponent is why I got the elimination here instead of getting limb like I normally do. So in this next clip, I was fighting this opponent, but then they were being ratty, and they ended up getting a sneak attack on me, which was okay because I'm sitting here practicing being comfortable, being uncomfortable. And with that being said, I remember I need to get counter damage to make them stop pushing me so I can have time to heal. So I just do what I know, and I look for a shot. I don't try to do a 50-50, and the result is I get a little bit of time to heal, and this opponent runs away from me, which typically doesn't happen. Now in this clip, more fighting when I'm uncomfortable and defensive fighting as well. I'm making a lot of mistakes. I'm playing on the wall. I'm too close. I'm looking for 50-50s. I'm not playing behind two layers of builds, just one layer. And you can tell I kind of really don't know what I'm doing, but I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm just not good at it. And when you're improving, even though you don't know what to do consistently, sometimes you will unintentionally do the right things and you'll see little short bursts of greatness. And that's going to be a thing that you're going to notice when you're improving. And that's why I put this clip in here. I would normally die, but this time I didn't. So in this clip, I'm going to make a lot of mistakes. I'm trying to fight this person, but all these builds are mine. But instead of me trying to use the piece for piece control, I just drop him and do a 50-50. Since I do that, I get in the best situation. And the only reason I survive right here is because I aim train. My aim bailed me out, and that's the only way I survive right there. And because that opponent is bad. And right here, the only thing I do good in this entire fight is fight the first guy and disengage, because I know I don't have to stay in this storm and it's not taking for much, so I don't panic and I just get out. So this next clip is an example of when I said sometimes your brain just autopilots and you do all the right things because you're trying to practice. And this is the same game, but something just happened. And I'm moving decent, my builds are placing, my angles are better, I'm confusing the opponent, but I'm making mistakes. I didn't make my own space. I'm sitting here going for all the loot, I'm being greedy. If anybody was to push me right now, I'd be dead. So this next clip, there's a lot going on. And right now I'm just rotating, and right now it doesn't look like I'm practicing much, which I'm really not. But one thing I've learned is when you get pushed in the storm, just fight in the storm, especially if it's not taking that much. So I made a few mistakes by not box fighting, and I got beamed. And I sat there and tried to fight this dude, it didn't box fight, and got beamed for a second time. Luckily, I had a max pump and that got bailed out. As well as my awareness is bad because I just knew this guy shot me. I knew this guy was third partying, and in the midst of killing that guy, I didn't even think to look that way, block that direction off with 2 layers of builds, and I got shot as a result. So now I gotta heal up again, which is wasting a lot more time. And now this guy knows on me, so he's pushing me. I do a good pre-fire here, and at this point it allows me to get time so I can go heal, like I said before. So now I just have to go back to this med kit, which I did good by remembering where it was at, otherwise I'd be dead. But I'm just making a lot of mistakes here. Now one thing I'm doing good at this point is I'm still trying to track the opponent, because typically I would just heal and just do what I'm doing and worry about what I'm picking up next and all that. But I'm confident with my loadout, so I just heal and track these opponents with the visualized sound effects. A lot of these builds are mine, which is great, so I'm trying to play off a lot of that and this opponent's making a lot of mistakes by being too confident, just pushing into me. No diddy. So as I'm sitting here, I'm using the build so I can scout, which is good. I'm not just making a random play. A thing I'll do typically when I don't know what opponent is, I just make a random edit, then I get pumped. But this time I didn't. I'm sitting here trying to play slowly. I hear the opponent on a certain type of material, so that's why I'm editing what I'm editing. But I can't really find them. Eventually I see this opponent. I don't place my build because I'm in the wrong place to place a ramp. I was too close, which is something else I gotta work on. But I'm still tracking this opponent. And this opponent keeps making the mistake of wanting to play in builds that are mine. So I really have the freedom to kind of do what I want. Now this next clip is just me sitting there getting to this zen-like state again when things are clicking, but I'm still making a lot of mistakes as well. So you can see right now I'm not box fighting, which is a mistake in reload. I should get beamed. I'm just lucky I didn't. I sit here and I have good aim and I'm tracking the opponent. I'm trying to keep my crosshair on him. My edits are very wide and open, but I sit here and don't take that 50-50 and block that angle off, which is why I don't take damage. And I sit here and beam the opponent. Things I typically don't do. But again, like I said, when you're improving it, sometimes it clicks. So this next clip is an example of me editing without knowing what the opponent is, like I said, and as a result I get punished, and I also whiff my shot. So I sit here and you can tell I know what to do, but I'm just really slow at doing it because I'm still practicing. It's not muscle memory. I sit and create 2 boxes of space to work with, and this opponent isn't that great, so they let me do it. At this point I know they're going to push me because I start healing, and you know people in Fortnite don't like to let you heal, so I sit here and try to line up the shot, and I survive. Okay, so in this next clip right here, I'm uncomfortable fighting right here because people need to heal, so I'm probably gonna get third party, and you can't build in a lot of these places. And you can tell again, I know what I'm doing. I'm changing material, I'm creating 2 boxes, but I'm very slow. It's ugly, but I'm still improving. So what I'm doing right here is isolating this machine because I know a few of these opponents need it. These opponents are better than me, so since I can't beat them traditionally, what I'm trying to do is just grief them. So I'm just going to break this machine right here so they can't heal up. I'm not doing damage to them, but I'm making them have to go elsewhere to get heals. So I'm griefing their game. It's not much, but when you can't beat your opponent mechanically or out-aim them, sometimes you gotta outthink them. That's the only reason this is in there, because I'm actually thinking instead of just playing mindlessly. In this clip, you can see little glimpses of greatness, but you can also see that they're inconsistent because right now I'm still practicing. So I'm panicking. I forgot I had a grappler, but then I remember, and even still, I'm still panicking like crazy. But I just want to show that in the exact same game, you could be doing good things and bad things at the same time, but this is how it looks when you're improving. So right here, we're in game, and I'm trying to fight this opponent because they've been being a pest, and I know they're pretty decent, or at least they know how to play the game because they're rotating well and they're getting ahead and prioritizing the zone. And one other thing that I've been practicing this entire time, along with my awareness, along with my peaks, and trying to just not play stupidly, is I need to learn how to finish fights. In most of these clips, you've seen maybe 3 of them, probably 4. I have let opponents get away because I just can't finish the opponent off. Whether that be because I don't catch them in piece control, whether that be because I whiff a shot, or a combination. But I'm trying to learn how to finish fights. And I'm bad at it. So I need to practice that. That's another reason why I'm fighting everybody I see. And as a result, this opponent gets away, which makes me in turn grief my own game because now I don't have barely any type of mats, and I didn't get the refresh that I needed from its opponent, and that's the result of me not knowing how to fight properly and not knowing how to finish fights. So to conclude this video, I'm gonna just let this clip finish playing out, and you're gonna see I'm gonna end up losing as a result of me not knowing how to fight properly. You can see that I can get damage on opponents, but I can't finish the fight, whether that be me missing piece control, whether that be me missing shots, a combination, or just losing awareness. But I need to get better at fighting, which is a reason I have been pushing everybody I see in reload, a reason I've been playing a lot of reload and practicing in creative, because once you can win fights consistently, you can win the game consistently, and winning is fun. At the end of the day, I mean, playing the game is fun too, and doing a lot of other things in Fortnite is fun, but at the end of the day, it's a game, and you can win, you can lose. I mean, you can't really tie. So winning is also fun. So I'm just practicing. So it will get better, but I'm just let the rest of this play out. And what I learned from this is you got to do something. You can't sit here and do nothing. I could have sat there and pushed. I had a grappler. I was aware of that in this clip. My awareness was not lacking in that department. I was just scared. I didn't have the confidence to finish this fight. I didn't have the confidence to push over like I should have. And as a result, I'm going to lose. So that's all I really got. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. The other videos will be up in the days to come, and you should see the improvement throughout the videos I post. But appreciate y'all. Have a good one.